Hi CZs, welcome back to another video. For those who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Z and I make videos about studying and living in Australia as an international student. So if you're someone who wishes to study, live and work in Australia, this video is for you. For today's sit-in session, since the occupation lists have just been updated, I have thought about giving you insights as to the occupations that could lead you to your permanent residency here in Australia. And they are definitely budget friendly, which costs about less than $10,000 per year. Now, before anything else, I would like to reiterate that I am not an educational agent nor a migration agent. Hence, this video is for educational purposes only and not considered a professional advice. However, I would like to thank ACHANGE Consultancy as they've partnered up with me on this video and they helped me gather all the ideas, all the information that I'm about to share to you. Their details should be displayed on your screens right now, and these are also available in the description box below. For those who are in New South Wales, ACHANGE Consultancy is located in Miranda, which is in the Sutherland Shire, in case you want to have a face-to-face meeting with a migration agent, Nadia. But if you are located interstate or offshore, you can also ask for a Zoom session with her. Now, here's the fun part. Let them know you've watched my video and you can get $50 off from her consultation fee. Okay, so without further ado, let us begin. Okay, so what would be the best occupations by far from the recent skilled occupation list? Now, I do have the best occupations to consider on my computer in here, so I'm just going to read it out. Most of the occupations I'll be telling you right now would be tradies. First is the carpenter, electrical engineering technician, automotive electrician, motor mechanic, bricklayer. Now, I understand these jobs can be physically demanding, and I know that some of us, are not really fit for that sort of occupations. Hence, I do have some other occupations here that I could tell you, which should also fit into the topic for today. You can consider chef, childcare center manager, registered nurse. Although registered nurse can be quite tricky and it can also be costly, especially for those countries where Australia does not recognize your nursing license or nursing registration back home, and it could mean that you might need to study like a master's or a bachelor's. But case-to-case basis, I'm just saying that it could, be costly on some people. Next is the ICT professionals, or information and communications technology professionals, and community service worker. Now, what does a pathway to PR looks like for these occupations? Now, step one is you need to enroll onto a course that educates you for the occupation that you have chosen from the medium and long-term skilled list. So for example, we do have the motor mechanic. You can take certificate 3 in light vehicle, that's $6,400 per year. You can also take certificate 4 in automotive mechanical diagnosis, that's $7,200 per year, or diploma of automotive technology, that's $6,000 per year. Like I said, tradie occupations might not be suitable for everyone, but you can consider selecting chef as your occupation. You may be able to take diploma in hospitality management, and that's $6,600 per year. Another option I could suggest is community service worker. If you take, say, certificate 4 in community services, that's $7,500 per year, or diploma of community services, that's $8,500 per year. Or you can also take advanced diploma of community sector management, and that is $4,500 per year. You have to bear in mind that this costs that I've mentioned excludes the additional or the further costs, such as your overseas student health insurance or overseas student health cover. That's OSHC. There is a website for you to do a price comparison amongst all of the providers. Just search in your browser oshcaustralia.com.au and you will be able to see all of the providers and the amounts. Roughly, it starts about $900 to $1,300 per applicant, and it is usually already covered for the entire duration of your course. The second additional cost is your visa application fee, which is payable to the Department of Home Affairs. And the last time I checked, which is as of now July 2022, that is $650. And lastly would be your agent fee, if applicable, because most education agencies do not charge this, although I would really recommend for you to seek help from a migration agent rather than education agencies for your PR pathway. I can discuss this on another video, or my thoughts as to why I think it's better for you to seek a migration agent. Just let me know in the comment down below. Okay, so that is step one. Pretty much find an occupation, enroll into a course that should help with the skilled occupation that you have picked. So step two, suppose you've already completed your 2-year course, you are now entitled to apply for a 485 visa, or the graduate visa. This visa is for international students who have recently graduated with skills and qualifications that are relevant to specific occupations that Australia needs. This was usually up to 18 months only, but now there is a temporary relaxation onto this rule, and you actually going to be granted for up to 24 months, so you can stay here, live here, work here with this visa. This change has already commenced from 1st of July 2022, and all the visas that have been granted from the 1st of December 2021 are also entitled to have this 24 months graduate visa. Moving on to step 3. While you are on this 485 visa, it's actually a really good thing that is now 2 years, because you can now use these 2 years to gain proper work experience, or you can also find an employer that could sponsor you for your chosen occupation, or you can just bank on your experience to be able to apply for your skills assessment later on. Okay, so for occupations such as automotive electrician, chef, electrical engineering technician, motor mechanic, carpenter, actually there's more to this list, but I'm not gonna say all of the occupation. As long as you know that that occupation is being assessed by TRA, or Trade Recognition Australia, you can do this next one. Complete a 12-month job ready program through Trade Recognition Australia. So Job Ready program is actually designed for international student graduates who hold an Australian qualification issued by a CRICOS registered education provider. Additionally, Job Ready program is an employment-based skills assessment program. So it gives you an opportunity to develop your skills, also employment experience in an Australian workplace, a skills assessment outcome when you apply for your skilled migration visa. Now, there is actually a catch on this JRP, because you actually need to pay. And the costs are roughly around, first is when you register, it's about $200. You also need to pay about $450 for your job ready employment, and the huge amount will be for your job ready workplace assessment, which is roughly around $2,500. And the last but not the least is your final assessment, which is about $65. You also, as an applicant, need to find an employer yourself, because TRA does not help with that. And you must complete 1,725 hours in your nominated occupation over a minimum period of 12 months from your job ready employment start date. Since you have 24 months from your 485 visa, you actually have more time to find an employer and then work for 12 months. And you can also take holidays in between, but of course, that's not our priority. So after receiving a positive skills assessment, there will be a lot of visa options for you. It could be subclass 482, subclass 491, subclass 494, subclass 189, or subclass 190. Now, depending on what visa you will be applying for, the cost, the location, because if it's regional, it requires for you to be in a regional area, the validity and the process will vary. So that is it for our topic for today. And just one last takeaway before I let you go: think about what your goal is and try to seek the proper agent that can align with your objective. If you just want to come to Australia to study and then go back home, start a business, start your career, or whatever you want to do back home afterwards, by all means consult with an education agent. But if you want to live in Australia permanently after studying, migration agencies can give you a proper direction. Now I understand that, you know, migration agencies start charging straight away when you consult with them, and education agencies will not. Like, education agencies will not even charge you when you submit your student application. But the problem with that is they won't be able to assist you after completing your studies, and that is when you actually really need the help, because that is when you're going to apply for your PR. So it all boils down to what you really want to accomplish. Alright, so that is it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hopefully you did learn a thing or two from our session for today. See you in our next one. Toodles! Long hair, silhouette.